travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women's team.
Well, good evening everybody and welcome to the virtual arena for tonight's Women's SLB Championship clash between the hometown Newcastle Eagles and the visitors Essex Rebels. This is the Eagles' first SLB Championship game, but it is the Rebels' second championship game, having beaten Caledonia 74-70 last week. Going to be a very interesting game and I suspect quite a tough game for the Eagles. But to preview that for you, I've got alongside me, as ever, my co-commentator, Dave Elligan. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Jeff. I think Essex Rebels definitely a growing force in SLB women's basketball. You just mentioned that they have already played one game. They beat the Caledonia Gladiators, and it's interestingly that they've made the semi-final of the Betty Cadona Trophy, and that's who they will meet. You know, there's so much you can do here, and I would say that in a normal situation, these teams are probably 6 deep. Essex maybe a little bit more, which is a good position to be in. But what we've got to calculate in today is the injury situation on the Eagles side. No Sarah Wells, she got injured on Wednesday night in a Bucks game, and Jada Tapar still not fit enough to play. And to make that even worse, one of the people you would expect to step up today, along with a Zoe Willis or Natalie, our young lady from Czechoslovakia, is Coach Chloe Glainer, but she is out as well. So you've got to put down Essex as the favourites today, and I think it's going to be one of those where the Eagles have got to get some real impact from the bench.
We've got our starting fives for you. We'll start with the visitors, the Essex Rebels. It's their captain, number 0, Claire Paxton. Number 5, Quinshaw Lockett. Number 10, Maria Blazescu. Number 21, Paige Meyer. And number 23, Nat Chow. For the Eagles, it's number 1, Alicia Marin. Number 7, Shanique Lucas. Number 12, Maria Mongomo. And Dave mentioned that, and she gets a start. It's number 13, Natalie Chernohoska, and number 22, Andrea Daly. And looking at the Essex scorers in the Betty Cadona Trophy, they've got 4 players averaging in double figures. And that is led by the forward, Natalie Chow, who's averaged 19.3 points a game, and she got 20 against Caledonia as well to keep that average up. Quinshaw Lockett, the guard, is 15.8 points a game, and Maria Brasowski, she's on 11.5 points a game, with Paige Meyer on 11. So they've got a lot of strength, and they've even got people like Rima Ogle to come off the bench. She's averaging nearly 10 points a game as well. And another American, which is Olivia Forster, who's also averaging 7 points a game and 3.5 assists. So they've got plenty of depth. Dave looks probably 7 or 8 deep.
Yeah.
And the Eagles obviously are struggling, as you say, with their injuries.
I mean, a good pointer when you're looking at analysing things pre-game is the number of minutes players play. And you know, from the Eagles' point of view, both of Jada and Sarah at over 30 minutes, that is a big loss to make up for. And you're right, the ones you picked out on their team are all playing around about 30 minutes plus a game. They've no massive scorer in terms of, Betty Dawn. There's one girl, as you said, got 20. So this is really a situation where I think that Andrea Daly really had a tremendous finish against Manchester. We need that sort of form today. Maria Mongola, I thought, shot really well in the previous game to this. So it's not a hopeless situation. One can just hope that the Eagles can muster enough support for those key players in the front line.
It'll be Claire Paxton against Andrea Daly, and Chris Dodge to throw the ball up. It's up, and Daly tips it to Chernohoska. Lucas to Marin, so the Eagles setting up the first offense. Montgomery and Lucas on the ring. Marin goes all the way to the basket. and is fouled in doing so.
Well, having watched Alyssa Marin so far in the SLB and also seen her in 2 Bucks games, you don't play her that tight. If you play Alyssa that tight, she goes past you.
She'll get 2 shots from the line. Makes the first one.
The other strong point about Alyssa is if you cut her off with help defence, she's got a great runner and to run in her arsenal of scoring points.
Misses a second, the rebound taken by Brzezowski. Foul was on Paige Meyer. There's Chow to Brzezowski. Chow on the outside, steps out of bounds. Turnover. Not happy about it.
It never ceases to amaze me how many out of bound calls you get in a game. I mean, it's a big enough court. Players have got to be aware of where the lines are. And this is not like there's masses of lines everywhere. There's only basketball lines.
Great pass inside by Alyssa Marin. Great cut by Andrea Daly, and 2 points to the Eagles. Chloe Gaynor looking shocked on the bench as if to say they've actually run a play that they were supposed to. Brzezowski turnaround jump shot is good. Pass from Paxton.
Well, you know, situation. Sometimes you go into this sort of game and the favourites underestimate the opposition.
Well, Fab Flanoy had a theory about this, and I'll come to that when I get a chance. In the meantime, Mongomo into Marin. Marin's going to attack the basket, gets round but can't put the layup in. Another rebound for Brzezowski. Daly almost got it. Chow gives it back to Brzezowski. 3-point shot is up by Paige Meyer, is no good. Great rebound by Andrea Daly. Fast and furious as Cherhoska hits Lucas. Eagles coaches are asking for the ball to be swung around. That's a steal. Jump ball given. And Fab Flanoy's theory was, Dave, the less players you've got, the more likely they are to play well, because they know they're not going to get any pressure of getting pulled out.
Yeah, but the secret to that is it's called chemistry. if everybody knows they're going to get a lot of minutes, you've got some happy players.
Yeah. Meyer, Brzezowski for 3. The bench was up, but the ball didn't drop, so the bench can sit back down again. Alicia Marin brings it forward over the halfway. Guarded by Lockett. Good block by Paxton, but the Eagles have pinched it back. Well, they have. Great tussle by Mongomo. Oh, what a block by Paxton on Daly. And it's 2 points, Andrea Daly.
Andrea certainly stepping up to the mark early. Good sign for the Eagles.
6-2 lead. Paxton bulldozers our way in, flicks it back out. Nice pass by Paige Myers. Brzezowski for the 2, doesn't make it. Mongomo takes the rebound. Daly's off the races. Euro step. Foul on Paige Meyer. That's her second. I suspect she might well be coming to the bench.
Well, if the Rebels are the favourites, nobody's have told these ladies from the Eagles, have they? Because they've started very positively. And what I like more than anything is the way they're attacking them off a defensive rebound and outlet.
I was right. Ashley Cookson stood and watched the bench, make sure it was a second foul, then looked at his own bench and decided to bring on Leah McDermott for Paige Meyer as Andrea Daly goes to the line. Rattles in the first. Puts in the second. Eagles 8, Essex 2.
Yeah, a lot of that substitution will be about positional play, because I really thought they might bring in Remy O'Gelly, because she's averaging over 30 minutes a game as well.
Yeah, interesting, because when you look at it, Paige Meyer has done an awful lot. She's one of the best all-round players. Here's O'Gelly coming in now. Mongomo for 3. Off the rim, can't make it. Great hustle by Cherhoska to win the ball, and somehow Daly gets in, steps round, and I think Ashley Cooks is going to call a timeout. He has, and we'll go to an advert.
From basketball to cannonball. Take the plunge with over 300 slam dunk destinations to choose from this season. Visit newcastleairport.com or your local travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women's team.
So we're back, and from the advert, 10-2 start. Andrea Daly really hitting her straps as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Essex will have walked in here, the coach will have been confident, the players will have been confident. No Jada Dapper, no Sarah Wells, no Chloe Gator. They've worked all that out. Do you know what? The intensity's not in their play at the moment, is it? All the intensity and energy is coming from the Eagles' side of the floor.
Interestingly enough, Andrea Daly up to 6 points. Maria Mongomo hit that 3. She's got the 3 points. Maria Blazowski's got 4 rebounds already. I think she could have a lot by the end of the end.
She has got good stats, and I thought she had a particularly good game when they beat Auckland Wolves in the trophy game.
Yeah, she's averaging a double-double of 11.5 points and 10.3 in the trophy, and she had 20 and 9 in the win over Caledonia. So Leah McDermott's on. Claire Paxton for 3 is just off. Tipped. Alex Campbell. Oh, nice pass to Chernhoska. Nice drop off as well to Andrea Daly, and in it goes.
Well, she's everywhere at the minute.
Good work by the 2 young guards, though, Chernhoska and Campbell, to get the ball to her. It's a nice turnaround by Lockett. She's a scorer, is Lockett. There's Alex Campbell. A lot more confident these days, Alex Campbell. Answering the call. Good skip pass. Lucas attacks the paint. Out to Campbell. Campbell also comes inside. Tries to give it back out to Lucas. Ashley Cookson not happy with the refereeing at all at the moment.
Well, it wasn't the referees who missed the wide open layup. Wow. A lot of contact there. That was a tremendous basket. She fought her way through all that contact and totally concentrated on where she needed to put the ball off the backboard.
Oh, Blazowski hasn't gotten much of a rest. She'll come back in. O'Gelly is Paxton. Thought about the 3, decided to come inside instead. Nice little step and puts it in for 2.
Yeah, Eagles got the first part of that. I mean, obviously, Andrea Daly's read the scouting report on Claire Paxton, but she rushed out too quickly on that and let her feet come off the ground. It was easy for Paxton to go past her.
Andrea Daly almost at the double figures already, I'm sure. Subs coming in, Zoe Willis. Alicia Marin coming back, Natalie Chernhoska and Andrea Daly. She did signal after she made that last basket that she could do the rest. Been a fast-paced start. 16-6 Eagles halfway through the first quarter.
You got that 10 point. I mean, normally I wouldn't take a player out who's got that sort of impact in a game this early, but 10-point lead, 4.5 to go. Maybe the coach has made the right choice there.
Ball is off. Zoe Willis takes the rebound. O'Gelly it was with a shot.
Well, the Eagles' defense is keeping enough pressure on them, so they have not had any easy looks yet.
Shanique Lewis tried to find Alex Cameron in the corner. It was picked off by Lockett.
Yeah,
Lockett's off to the races now.
Best option there was for Shanique to go to the layup.
Blazowski from the corner, 3 is no good. Mongomo takes a great rebound. Great pass by Alicia Marin, and Alex Campbell lays it in for 2.
Well, how many times already in this 6 minutes we've seen has Campbell broken early when she knows they're going to get the rebound? She's been a threat in that transition right from the coming on off the bench.
Great pass as well from Alyssa Marin. Here's Olivia Foster coming in. It's Foster.
Yeah.
Maria Mongomo takes a rest. She does some great defensive work.
Alyssa Marin at the moment's averaging 30 minutes, 10 points a game, but I tell you what, she's capable of getting 20 points a game.
Alex Campbell facing Lockett. Brzezowski, great hands by Zoe. And then, Brzezowski tries to bounce the ball off her, and Zoe Willis comes up with it. Andrea Daly's going to attack the basket hard, kicks out into the corner. Alicia Marin for three, no good. Air ball almost, but Daly, wow, didn't she fight hard to get that ball back, but just overran it.
Referee Christop's not happy with something that's going on the Eagles bench.
Telling Chloe Gaynor, whatever it is, he's telling Chloe Gaynor it's her job. Shanique Lucas takes a brilliant rebound, gives it to Marin. Marin steadies, misses the two, but gets her own rebound. No foul called.
No. I think Chloe's probably pointing out to the referee that actually there, I think it was number 5, that's actually threw the Eagles player to the floor. No attempt to play the ball at all. I'm all for allowing certain amounts of contact to keep the game flowing, but not things like that. That's a brilliant read by Angela. To intercept that pass meant she really, really knew what was going on there.
Zoe Willis attacks the basket. Oh, unlucky. Shanique Lucas might get to that. She doesn't. Lockett comes at her. Daly steps back. Lockett goes in hard. Misses it. Lucas couldn't get the rebound. O'Gelly did. Somebody's probably going to tell us it's O'Gelly. Don't pronounce the last E, but it's going to be O'Gelly for me. Alex Campbell going against Chow. Zoe Willis goes to the basket. Gets 2-point layup. Excellent work by Willis. The Eagles managing to hold this double-digit lead still.
Yeah, well, we asked for players to step up today, and they have done so far.
That's going to be a charging foul. Clear as the day. O'Gelly. Somebody's whispering in my ear. It's O'Gell.
Well, I've watched Essex play twice this year already. Their commentator calls her O'Gelly.
Right, there you go. That'll do me, David. Chow comes out. Brzezowski comes out. Paxton back in. Keris Leach, young, come across. I think she came up from Ipswich. Played for Ipswich last season. Andrea Daly. Sit over halfway. 2 minutes left on the clock. Eagles up by 12 at 20-8. Mongomo doesn't always turn that three down, but doesn't matter. Powers her way into the paint and off the glass for two.
She can finish drives like that. She can take them all night for me.
Great step by Lockett to the basket. Left-handed layup was excellent. But the Eagles come straight back. Mongomo, referee's allowing an awful lot of contact here. Well, that's going to be the Eagles' ball.
Well, we'll talk about this contact, Jeff, when we get a time, because I have a theory about that.
Marin has to put it in quickly. Gets it to Andrea Daly, who gives her it back. That's great play between the two Americans. Marin missed the layup but got the rebound back. Mongomo will half attack, then decides to lob it into Daly. Wow, what a catch that was! What hustle play as well by Andrea Daly.
Well, she's living up to everything we hoped, isn't she? She's having a great game so far.
Remember talking to Luke Owen about Andrea Daly before the season started, and he said if she's what we've seen of her, if she can play that in this league, she's going to be a great all-round player for us. And
you know, a lot of these players are fresh out of college, and come over to play in a foreign country. Sometimes it takes them a little while to settle, but certainly she now knows what she's capable of doing in this league. I think it all started to happen for her in that last quarter against Manchester.
It's the first. Up to 13 points personal, and she's got 5 rebounds as well. It's not a bad start in 9 minutes. Make that 14 points. Forster brings it up. Zoe Willis jumps out on her. Again, lots of contact allowed. Ashley Cookson looks as if he's going to go deep into his bench. Going to bring the lady on who I didn't really want him to bring on. And Zoe Willis charges hard to the basket. It gets blocked but gets her own rebound and is fouled by Claire Paxton. So again, I want an unsportsmanlike, even giving the referee a cuddle to encourage him to give it.
You know, that play there sums up the Eagles' first quarter performance. Pure desire. Zoe Willis was so much desire to get after their own rebound. She gets the reward. Claire Paxton tried to take the ball off, went over the top of a clear foul.
Essex making 4 substitutions before Zoe Willis goes to the line. Makes the first. So they now have Chow, O'Gelly, McDermott, Blazowski and Okenrinkova. Zoe Willis makes them both. Eagles 26 points in the quarter and only conceding 10, 16-point lead. And again, hands in the lane. Excellent work by Mongomo. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 35 seconds on the game clock. What a performance in the first quarter by the Eagles. Stepped off Chow though, and she knocks down the 3. She can do that. 6 foot 1 inch forward, but we know she can shoot from outside. Eagles holding for 1 shot. Interesting that they're holding for 1 shot, because it's not the style of play that they normally. It's like it's like a quicker offense most of the time. Or they've turned it over. Blazowski brings it over halfway, but it's turned over back. Luke Orwin asking Chloe again, I think possibly about a timeout just for 1 play. I don't think she'll do that.
Don't waste the timeout for 4.6 seconds on the clock when you're 14 up.
Well, that's a nice way of advancing it. That ball never went in bounds, or did it? Or did it? I don't know. 0.4's come off the clock anyway. 4.2 left. Campbell gives it to Daly. Daly will attack the basket, kicks it out to Mongomo for 3 on the buzzer, and that is good. Right on the buzzer. Brilliant play by Andrea Daly. Got into the key, kicked it out to Mongomo in the corner. And she knocks down the 3, and the Eagles have scored 29 points in the first quarter and lead by 17 with Essex on 12.
Well, as I say, they've underestimated the Eagles' tremendous desire, but the clear winner from that first quarter has been the Eagles' defence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach Gaynor has pumped them up pre-match. She's got them into playing total defensive mode. They're overplaying everything. They're not giving Essex Rebels any lazy look anywhere, and they fully deserve that lead that they've earned themselves at the end of the first quarter. To go back to the referee,
I was just going to ask you though, that David, just to lead into, I was just going to say, the way the Eagles are playing, they could get pick up fouls, couldn't they? But you're going to talk about the contact, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm not going to give you the names, but earlier today there was a conference between one of the great referees from the past and one of the good ones from the present. And they talked about the referees getting together and saying that we have to stop blowing these ticky-tacky fouls. We have to let the FIBA rules come in where a player might make contact but doesn't impede what the offensive player's doing. We've got to let, in this country, the game flow more.
Yeah, well, that's what I think we're seeing tonight, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Yeah, and that's great, isn't it? Because then that allows the players to settle the game, and the players determine the game rather than the referees
That's right.
get involved.
There was a word of caution, and obviously a lot of people will have watched the recent Cheshire Phoenix v Sheffield Sharks game. That's where the referees lost control of it in one quarter and the players took advantage of it. That can't happen.
Of course, we will not comment on it, but we will I will mention the fact that we still have this ongoing issue with referees in the top flight in the men's team, and that's probably not helping the situation as well, sort of thing. But we know there's lots of conversations going on, and hopefully that'll get sorted sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing that's happening now, and you see, if you look down at the Eagles timeout, Jada Dapper's there making a comment. She's obviously frustrated she can't play. And they're probably all saying, girls, we can't rest on defence. We've got to keep this pressure on the Rebels. They're not enjoying it. The Rebels aren't enjoying it at all.
And just to give you a couple of stats there, it's like for the Eagles, 29 points. Andrea Daly has 14 points and 6 rebounds. And Maria Mongomo has 8 points and 4 rebounds, doing a lot of the damage so far. Zoe Willis has come off the bench, a good effect with 4 points, and it's the Eagles that get us back underway in the second quarter. It must be great having a forward like Daly who can not just play the forward position, but she can come out like she's doing now.
And that was an off-ball situation where Alice, yeah, I think she just ran into a screen.
Looks in a lot of pain. Physios are on, as is Shanique Lucas. And I don't know if Shanique Lucas, I don't know if our granddad is listening right now out there. And we did call her Shanique Lewis a couple of times in the last game. Do want to apologise for that. Makes us feel as if like I haven't done my homework or we haven't welcomed Shanique into the Eagles family, and we most certainly have done that, and we now know that it is Lucas and it will remain Lucas, unless of course we get overexcited and forget. Daly comes off the glass, great rebound again by Zoe Willis, brilliant offensive rebound, finds Mongomo, takes a step, nice, gets into a shooting area and knocks down the 2.
See that's situation there from the Essex Rebels point of view. That is the defence that will annoy the coach. They're talking about switch. If you're going to switch when you're not switching on a shooter, you cannot give a space in between the two defensive players.
I was talking about Paige Meyer and how she's been an excellent all-round player for the Rebels this season, and it's interesting that she's back in even though she's on 2 fouls.
Well, as the saying goes, she's no use to them on the bench.
On the bench, yeah. 11 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists. That's why I'm saying about our all-round ability. But I'll tell you what, the Eagles continue to play tough defense. And at the other end, Maria Mongomo has just gone to the basket and laid one off the glass and fouled in the act of shooting. Will get an extra shot.
That was an absolutely class move.
I think she's, well,
totally under control with that Euro step finish.
I keep calling her the sleeper, the player that when people look at rosters they think, oh, we've got to mark her. Mongomo has played at a very high level. And you can see it in her play, and she's knocked the free throw down, and suddenly the Eagles are up by 22. It's Leah McDermott to Forster. Eagles swarming absolutely all over, and they've come up with another steal. Shanique Lucas to Daly. Oh, too hard, but she gets her own rebound. Can't put it back the second time either. Eagles a little bit short on defense here. Forster comes in, and that's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah.
Dave, you were talking about Jada Tapar on the bench, and she's almost, when you consider Chloe Gaynor's got 3 assistant coaches, and then Jada Tapar's probably louder than all 4 of them at the moment. Alex Campbell doing some
As long as she doesn't stand up.
I think she's already gone past that.
Keep cheerleading from sitting down.
Hand off to Forster. Brzezowski, Forster for 3 is off. Actually, the Rebels there, they got in each other's way and was able. That's why Shanique Lucas was able to come up with a rebound. I like this at Montgomery playing the point as well. It's very, very smart player. Gives it into Willis. Willis attacks off the backboard and says sorry to the coach, but again, hustle, hustle, hustle. Daly to inbound. Gives it to Marin. Back into Daly. Only 2 seconds on the clock. Wow. Blows past Brzezowski and lays it in for 2 off the glass again. What a player. Alicia Marin on O'Gelly. Doing well there again. Alicia Marin battling hard, but O'Gelly also battling hard.
If there's no space, knock the defender out the way.
So that'll be a bit of a welcome relief for Ashley Cookson. An actual basket scored. Only the first in 3 minutes virtually. Oh, that's a bad pass. Forster saw that one all the way, but she's over dribbled.
She did, but how quickly did the Eagles defense recover?
Yeah, she over dribbled, Daly got back, but the pass was too long. And I think Eagles have called a timeout and we'll go to an advert. Now, I must have missed something there, Dave, because Paige Meyer has shown us 3 fouls on the board, and I hadn't seen that at all. But your point again about referees letting the game go, the Eagles have only got 1 foul in 13 minutes of high-pressure defence.
I think maybe there might have been the odd,
Yeah.
the odd call missed, but anyway, you know, I'm getting so excited about the game and the way the Eagles play, and I'm forgetting that part of the job as a commentator is to do a bit of analysis. And I mentioned that the clear winner of the Eagles at the first quarter was the Eagles defence. The clear loser in this quarter is they are not reading the Eagles, the Essex are not reading the Eagles defence at all. Eagles occasionally are throwing a double team, and Essex are looking to try and pass it to somebody who's marked instead of somebody who's absolutely wide open. Against double teams, you've got to make that decisive pass to a player who's open, then keep the ball moving.
And you do wonder how the psyche gets the players as well. You know, they've pretty much, I mean, they only beat Caledonia by 4 points last week, but in the South group for the trophy, they blew virtually everybody away. I mean, they even beat Oakland's by double figures.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've come here, seen Eagles have got 2 players missing,
yeah,
2 big
I
players.
mean, let's talk about Caledonia, because don't forget, that game was close until the last quarter.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And again, hands in the lane by Zoe Willis. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Their off-ball defence is almost perfection. She was in the right position for off-ball defence, which gives you a chance to read and intercept passes.
Alyssa Marin's taking the seat. Forced off for 3 from a long way downtown, missed it.
And here's another strong part of the game.
Oh.
How quickly they're getting into transition.
Wow, Zoe Willis did fantastically well there, because that pass from Montgomery was well off. Chinhoska, she couldn't get the ball to Daly. Chow intercepted that one. She's going to try and go all the way, I think. And she manages to go all the way.
She's a little bit unorthodox, but you can see why she's capable of scoring 20 points a game.
Ashley Cookson, I heard him very clearly say to Chris Dodge, Why is that not an and one? She fouled her all the way down court. Willis for three is good. Wow, Zoe Willis having a game. 39-16, Eagles up by 23. Now she's at the defensive end, making it very tough for Brzezowski, who's missed 2 shots there in a row.
Well, as I say, you know, they're not reading the Eagles' defence. When she made that move around the basket, Jeff, just tell me, where were the Eagles' defence at the time? I'll tell you where they were. They were surrounding her. She had wide open shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, and trying to force it herself.
See, there's the double team, and they're trying to pass it over the double team to a player who's guarded.
Claire Paxton about to come back in. Not sure that technically should have been allowed, but O'Gelly comes out. Shanique Lucas unlock it. Chow going to the basket again. Crossover. Left-handed scoop is no good.
As I say, she's very unorthodox, but she can deliver.
Lucas took a good rebound there. The ball will come off Paxton. Daly from three in the corner is just off. Chow takes a good rebound. Attacks the basket but doesn't make it. Gets her own rebound and it'll be an and one.
You know, we built several players on their team of them. At the moment, some of them not performing. You can't say that about Nat Chow. I think she really is trying to get this her team going and get back in this game.
Foul was on Maria Mongomo, her first. Chow for the extra point. Is good. Just to illustrate Dave's point, Nat Chow is up to 7 points personal now. Leads the Essex scorers. Marin, who's come on for Zoe Willis, who took a well-deserved break. Shanique Lucas, yeah, that's a nice basket. Slightly off balance as she went round the player.
A quickness made that half chance into a full chance.
Lockett is off the glass. Eagles get the rebound. Daly comes away with it. And this is where, oh, well, nearly spoke too soon. This is where Daly's, I think, one of our biggest assets is the fact she can take a rebound and then dribble. A lot of forwards will just take it and pass it on to somebody else. Yep.
Yeah. Andrea Daly is a massive asset in this game. The players we would expect to play well from the Eagles' point of view are playing well, but the supporting cast is brilliant.
Maria Mongomo was fouled there. She thought in the act of shooting, but no, not given. Nice pass by Daly. 3-point shot is off. Shanique Lucas can't get it. Lockett does get the rebound. And all of a sudden, the fouls are going to be called. Third Eagles foul, second on Alyssa Marin. O'Gelly comes back in for Brzezowski. Brzezowski was very impressive last season for Essex as well. She averaged over 17 points a game in 20 games. Big part of this Essex side. Lockett goes past Lucas, met by Mongomo. Chow in the corner for three. Yeah, Chow's got it going now. She's up to 10 points personal. Still a 19-point gap though. Andrea Daly telling everybody just to calm down a little bit. Looking for a pass. Gives it to Lucas. 5 on the clock. Gets it into Daly. She's got some leap on her. Eagles can recycle. Alyssa Marin, she's going to go at the basket. Is blocked by Lockett. but fight to back. And that's what you're talking about. That's more like a WWE move, Dave, than a basketball block. Ashley Cook's hand in hands as if to say that can't be a foul. Well, when I was taught basketball, 2 hands in the back and pushing somebody is the foul. Unless your man will go to the line.
He's got a lot of work to do in this game as the Essex Rebels coach. I mean, he will hope that they're going to try and reduce this gap before half time, and then he's going to have to be very patient with them at half time and explain they've got to try and pull this back a little bit at a time. You can't suddenly turn a 19-point deficit away in a couple of minutes.
Alicia Marin makes the second, takes the lead back to 20. Lockett comes forward. As I say, she's been averaging a lot of points for the Rebels so far. O'Gelly, they're overcooking their layups as well, though. It's going to be a jump ball. Great battling by McDermott with Daly. It's jump ball given, or as they now seem to call them, they seem to call them rather than jump balls, they call them 50-50 decisions these days, don't they? Flop warning given on Alyssa Marin. Gives it Mongomo, back out to Daly, the perimeter, and she attacks the basket and lays it in for 2. Woo! And Ashley Cookson thinks, well, I need to talk to these girls before half time. 2:49 to go, we'll go to an advert. So 2:49 to go, just a quick one, just because to me it's an unbelievable start really, but here's your stat. Andrea Daly, 16 points, 10 rebounds. And we've still got 2:49 in the first half to go, and she's got double-double already.
Well, I said, didn't he, that he's got a lot of work to do, and he's got to try and reduce this gap before half time. It's not going to happen. He took a long time there before he decided what he was going to say to the players. But I'll tell you what, it took far too long a time to call his second time out.
Just to add on to that statistic, right? So you've got Andrea Daly, who's obviously she's actually got 18 points. I missed that one. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals.
Well, I said, didn't I? I said that in the previous game when they played Caledonia, I was impressed with the way she finished the last quarter against Manchester. Well, she's doing it over 4 quarters today. Simple as that.
Well, she'll have to.
She's showing everything. She's showing leadership. She's playing hard at both ends of the floor. She's boxing out. She's banging players around. She's bringing her teammates in. True MVP performance. But she's not only one.
No, Monroe has 13
absolutely.
points and 5 rebounds, and Zoe Willis has 7 points and 3 rebounds from the bench.
Alyssa Marin may not be showing many in the swap parts, but tell you what, she's showing a heck of a lot of leadership with the way she's playing the point guard position.
Skip past the Lockett, that's off. Guess who took the rebound? 11th rebound of the game, Andrea Daly.
I like this switch. I like to see Marin going away from the ball because she's a decent outside shooter as well. And we know how quick Lucas is if they decide to be lazy on her.
Oh, turn around from Daly. This time she's missed, but she's got the green light. In fact, I think it's probably a luminous green light. It's so bright. That was a nice play by Lockett, cutting through. She looks as if she can play as well.
That's an interesting point you've made there. I want to turn it into a great point. All shooters have to have the green light. It's no use leaving shooters in doubt about whether they should be taking something or not. So she was in no doubt at all once. She made one bounce move. Defender didn't rotate with her, so she put it up. Great shoot, great decision. As was that.
Yeah, McDermott missed it.
Yeah.
Daly takes the rebound. I think she may have more rebounds than the whole of the Essex. Well, the Essex Rebels have got 18 rebounds, and Andrea Daly's got 12 of her own. Mongomo is going to attack the basket with 4 seconds left. Turn around, jump shot off the glass is in. She's a shooter.
So relaxed, wasn't she, about that? She was under pressure, but she just read it so well.
Oh, brilliant stand by Shanique Lucas. The ball goes up and doesn't go in. Ball goes up again. It does go in this time.
Well, it's a
Coach Warren.
Well, it's a testament to the Eagles' defence that they took 3 attempts to make a simple layup.
20 points the gap, 46 to 26. Inside the last minute of the first half. Daly, Mongomo, she thought about the 3 but decided not to. Goes to the basket instead but missed it. Eagles have missed the last 3 or 4 shots that they've come up with. Just need, well, they probably need half time. Well, that's got to be a foul. Wow. Not sure how that can be a foul on Zoe Willis. She's established a position under the basket and the players come over the top of her. I think that's a foul given because Ashley Cookson has been in the head.
Well,
and Ashley Cookson has just turned to Chloe Gaynor and said, I don't understand that either.
Well, he may, but I mean, we don't have the advantage of
No, we don't.
Don't have the advantage of an action replay. I don't want to make a comment about something, but it didn't look right, did it?
No. Chow for 3. It's a long one. O'Galley takes a good rebound, but she can't make the layup. Daly's off to the races. She's got Mongomo on the right. Stops up. Oh, it just doesn't go. Jump ball again. 15 seconds. Essex ball this time, the arrow indicates.
Chloe Gaynor won't want this whistle to come for half time. She'd just like to.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Just like to keep going for another 20 minutes and 15.5 seconds.
Leah McDermott, experienced player in this league, as we know. Chow for 3 is no good. The rebound machine, Daly takes another one and hoists one from halfway, doesn't go. And that's it. Now, if somebody said to me before the game that Eagles would have a 20-point lead by half-time, I would probably unkindly have laughed in their face. But well, that's the way it is. 46-26.
I would have understood because I thought this would be a hard game for the Eagles, but in all honesty, they've absolutely played out their skins. Really have played so well, so hard. Defensive has been brilliant. Yeah. And not only that, they've shown composure, they've moved the ball around. Nobody's going on silly dribbling. It's all about ball movement to put pressure on. As far as they're concerned, it's simple. I would say for the build-up and what we'd expected from them, there's only Nat Chow has come anywhere near that standard of performance.
Yeah, probably have to agree with that one. You look at the likes of Lockett on 6 points and O'Galley on 6 points and Blazowski only on 2. Eagles have done a fantastic job on defense. Right, well, we'll go off and get some stats together and we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so.
From basketball to cannonball. Take the plunge with over 300 slam dunk destinations to choose from this season. Visit newcastleairport.com or your local travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women's team. From basketball to cannonball. Take the plunge with over 300 slam dunk destinations to choose from this season. Visit newcastleairport.com or your local travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women's team.
Okay, so we're back for the second half of tonight's game between the Newcastle Eagles and the Essex Rebels in the SLB Championship. The Eagles leading 46 to 26 at half time, and surprisingly enough, it's the Eagles who are still in the locker room after that 26 point first, and Essex Rebels out already. I'm going to give you some of my stats. I know Dave's been writing as well, so he may have something different for you, but I'll give you the stats as far as I can see them. Shooting percentages are unreal difference. Eagles 40% overall, which is 41% inside and 37% outside. They are 3 of 8 from 3-point range. The Rebels are 27% overall, 36% inside and 7% from outside, 1 of 13 from 3-point range. Rebounds is 13 offensive, 20 defensive for 33 for the Eagles, 11 offensive and 12 defensive for 23 for the Rebels. Assists, turnovers and steals for Eagles is 9, 10 and 7, and for Essex it's 3, 10 and 7. And top scorers for the Eagles, well, Andrea Daly has 18 points, 14 rebounds and 4 assists. Maria Mongomos has 15 points and 5 rebounds, and Zoe Willis has 7 points. For Essex, Nat Chow has 10 points, Rima Ogeli has 6 points and 6 rebounds, and Quinesha Lockett has 6 points. Anything else, Dave?
No, I think you've covered it there. I mean, obviously, Eagles shooting 41% to their 28. That's a tough act from Essex to improve that. Eagles shooting less threes than they are. They're 7% from the 3-point line, yet they keep taking them. Whereas the Eagles really have tried to attack the basket. But the key thing for me is you're asking big players to step up. And Maria Mongola and Andrea have got 33 points of the 46 between them.
Yeah. They've also got 19 of the 33 rebounds as well. 33 rebounds is an awful lot as well. Is there a question here about what you've just mentioned there, the 7%, 1 of 13, and they keep putting 3-point shots up? Is it because they feel they can't attack the Eagles' interior defense?
Well, the Eagles are playing. I'm not. It's obviously man-to-man related, but it's kind of got mixed things in. You know, that double team will suddenly show. Essex are not reading that very well at all, because when you get double teamed, you've got to find a way out of it, and the best place to go is to the person who's free on your team, and then keep the ball moving. They're just not doing that at all. So that's something obviously they've got to sort out. But I mean, it's not just a two-man show. Yes, they've hit 33 points, but they've got tremendous support from everybody who's been on the floor. And Zoe Willis, for the energy and effort she put in, deserves to start this second half.
Yeah, she's starting in front of Natalie Cherhovska, and it's Marin, Lucas, Willis, Daly and Mongomo, Paxton, Blasowski, Chow, Forster and Lockett. Ball is tipped out. Clock went to 9:59 and back to 10 again. It's now gone to 9:58, now 9:58. So 1 second. Eagles have defended for 1 second.
It's important, that, isn't it, to the referees?
Yeah. Marin with the ball. Eagles on offense. Shanique Lucas. Great steal by Blasowski. Lockett attacks the basket, gives it back to Blasowski, lays it in for 2. That's a good start for the Rebels.
Yeah, very, very positive start. Attacked the basket, but it was the trailing player who made the big move.
Eagles on offense with Daly. Mongomo running the clock down. Mongomo turns around. Jump shot is no good. Chow takes the rebound. Essex off and running. Paxton from the corner is fouled as she shot by Lucas. The shot was never going in. Don't challenge a 3-point shooter like that. She will go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, I mean, challenge is a big part of closing down, but you can't, as you say, you don't charge in like that. Lucas knew straight away. You could tell the way she walked away. She knew she'd made that error.
Claire Paxton been a very solid player in this league for some years now, and she'll be calm as anything on the line. Makes the first, makes the second. And misses the third. Suddenly 20 points is 16 points.
Yeah, I mean, Essex target, the very worst will be to get this to single digits before the end of this quarter. Gives them a whole different mental aspect to it.
Great pass by Daly. And Shanique Lucas knocks the three down from the corner.
She is a good three-point shooter if you leave her that wide open. If you close her down, she wants to take you on. She doesn't like taking threes under pressure.
Well, this is interesting because there's been 2 fouls called on the Eagles. I'm not saying there weren't fouls. 2 fouls called on the Eagles early on, and really it's no different to how they were playing in the first half.
Well, you know, as we say, Nat Chu was the only one who we felt lived up to billing, and I think she was the only one in double figures, wasn't she, at the end of that first quarter? And so the Eagles will obviously want to give her special attention.
Brzezowski.
Well, so far this quarter's belonged to them. The Essex Rebels.
Brzezowski with that last basket. Marin comes inside. Willis. Eagles not moving much yet. Willis is going to have to go herself. Missed it. Mongomo comes over the top. Brzezowski is deemed to have put the ball dead, so Eagles will get the ball at the end line.
Well, the hardest things as a coach to get into players is when a player is dribbling, it's still a 5-man offense. What you had there was 1 player dribbling and 4 people, as you rightly said, standing watching her. You keep the defense busy, then they can't go and help out on the dribbler.
Yes, the Eagles just, well, I wouldn't say they're panicking, but Nat Chow goes up all the way and knocks it down coast to coast. Essex have come out in the right attitude, right mental state of mind. Yeah, great call by Zoe Willis, but she missed the layup, but she got her own rebound. No call.
She's trying to, Zoe took the rebound. Oh, great interception.
Brilliant interception by Maria Mongomo.
Great
and
choice.
Knocks the 3 down as well.
What good decision making that was. Read the defense brilliantly.
She's a leader.
They all run away from her. She stopped, calmly stroked the 3. That was a big bucket because the momentum had been going their way. That balances it up.
Nat Chow makes 3 from the other end. Good pass from Claire Paxton. And it's raining threes. Andrea Daly out to Mongomo. Mongomo drives in. He has the ball stolen from her. Brzezowski to lock it. It's going to be a timeout for Newcastle, and we will go to an advert.
From basketball to cannonball. Take the plunge with over 300 slam dunk destinations to choose from this season. Visit newcastleairport.com or your local travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women.
Well, I guess we had to expect this, Dave, that they couldn't play as poorly as they had in the first half, and they had 15 minutes to talk about it, and they've talked about it, and they've come back out really strongly and reduced that gap to only 13 points.
Yeah, I think he's done a good job at half-time, and I'll tell you why. I think he's done a good job. He went in, said what he had to, and he had them out and getting them warmed up and getting them psyched up and ready to go. And this is a very good timeout by Chloe Gaynor, because a 20-point deficit has suddenly become 13 in less than 4 minutes. So this is a very good timeout. She's got 3, but there's no use keeping them at all when the momentum is swinging that quickly to the other team.
Forster, Brzezowski, Paxton, Lockett and Chow. Willis, Daly, Marin, Mongomo and Lucas. Chow up to 15 points personal, Lockett up to 8.
And the Rebels coming here with a little bit of pressure of their own.
Quinesha, Lockett almost got the steal off Lucas. Marin is going to attack the basket, that's well short. Brzezowski with the rebound. Forster drives all the way to the basket, doesn't make it though. Daly takes the rebound. Lucas, Eagles don't really want to get into a run and gun game. Although I haven't said that, that's where they probably got the lead. Don't go away from what you were doing, I think is the question.
Absolutely.
Lockett comes out. O'Gelly comes on. Brzezowski comes off.
I think McDermott sneaked out there as well.
Yeah. And again, that's good coaching because although he's got a momentum going, he probably wants other players to get into that momentum swing as well. Ball comes off Zoe Willis. Eagles need to get back on defense, not query the call. Eagles need a good couple of minutes, really. Chow is fouled by Mongomo. Two shots. Second foul on Maria Mongomo.
Well, the difference here is clear for all to see. It's not that the Eagles have changed anything or are not playing the way they did in the first half. It's just that Essex have really woken up and got themselves into this game.
Chow makes the first.
And she's probably the leader in this effort as well.
She had 10 at the half. If this goes in, she'll have 16. So that'll be 6 points in a quarter. But she's still got half time to go. Chernohorska goes to the Eagles sub chair. Daly to Willis. Hand off to Marin. Eagles could probably do with an extra scorer at the moment. Mongomo to Daly. Daly for three is in and out. Great rebound by Lucas. Back to Mongomo. Mongomo is not in and out. She is in. Great work by Shanique Lucas.
Well, she's certainly living up to a pre-season demonstration of how to take three-point shots.
55-41, good skip pass. She stepped on the line. Olivia Forster stepped on the line. She will come out. Paige Meyer comes back in. Great shift by Zoe Willis. She comes out. Natalie Chernohorska comes in. Eagles have called shirt. This is one of the set players. Mongomo in the corner is free. Can't make the three. Chow comes away the rebound. She's very confident, isn't she? She's like, I'm going to go do it all myself. Short pass. Meyer steps round. Nice drive to the basket by Paige Meyer. It's now 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, Paige Meyer's been getting a lot of minutes. She's been averaging 33 minutes a game throughout the Betty Cardona Trophy. So,
yeah,
clearly,
she picked those three fouls in the first half, didn't she? So
yeah.
she sat down after two and then came back on and picked another one up. Chernohorska makes good drive to the basket and puts it in for two. Brzezowski comes back. Eagles just trying to slow Essex down a little bit. And that'll be an Eagles ball. It's going to be a jump ball. And it'll be Essex who get a 14 shot. They actually had 22 seconds before the jump ball, so they've lost 8 seconds off the clock. A good job really by the Eagles. Chow thought about the long three. Well, they thought about it 2 or 3 times. McDermott ended up taking it and she missed it. Alicia Marin across court to Chernoska. Great pass inside by Chernoska. Great rim running by Daly and great put in.
That's the assist of the night.
Excellent play by Natalie Chernoska. Chow turns inside, little jump shot is good. She hasn't missed very often.
She's a quality player, that's for sure.
Eagles won't mind going basket for basket. They've just got to stop Essex making big runs. Marin saw the gap there. Thought she was fouled. Montgomery was beaten too easily. Nat Chow goes to the basket again. This time she misses. Brzezowski though takes the offensive rebound and put back. And it's 12 points.
Yeah, there's energy into the Essex performance right now.
Big shouts of defense coming from the Essex bench. Eagles running the clock down. Shanique Lucas, she puts the 3 up and it rattles the rim and comes out. This could be 10 points or less. Paige Meyer all the way to the basket, makes it a 10-point game.
Well, that's the first time tonight that we can say that the Eagles messed up on defense. Simply she went coast to coast and not anybody on the Eagles tried to take away the driving lane to the basket.
I just wonder if the Eagles have been caught in between, caught between 2 stools as to whether to defend a 20-point lead or to keep playing, because it's coming, it's unraveling at the moment. Here's Meyer again. This time though she loses the handle. Eagles need to score here. Shanique Lucas does score. Use Chernohoska as a decoy. There's a good defensive stand. There's another good defensive stand, but they've just lost the ball. Brzezowski comes back. They give it to Chow for 3 and she knocks it down again. Wow.
Well,
I did point it out before the game.
Eagles defense just stood and watched. Did no attempt at all to close down on that play there.
And it's down to single figures, 9 points. Massive quarter for the Rebels. Good pass in. Chernohoska tries to get there, misses. Great steal by Shanique Lucas, battling hard. Jump ball is called and it's an Eagles arrow. Leah McDermott comes out, gets a great hand off Ashley Cookson. Olivia Forster comes back in. 9 points, 26.7. Will the Eagles hold for 1 and run the clock as far down as they can? Smart play. Marin to Willis. Willis drives the basket and is fouled by O'Gelly. She'll go up the line to shoot 2.
There was a lot of veteran play about that play there by Zoe Willis. She played the point guard role, settled everybody down, and then she saw a driving lane and took it and earned the chance to go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, very good indeed. One of the Eagles captains, obviously, her and Jada depart. Knocks the free throw down as well. extra second as well. So Eagles go back up into a double-digit lead on 11. They now need to play some defence.
That was vital for the Eagles from a psychological point of view. The Rebels would like to score here.
And they have.
And there's probably not enough time for the Eagles. She's going to launch it.
And it misses from halfway. Paige Meyer, she's come into this quarter and done really well. So that was a massive quarter for the Rebels. They took that quarter by, I believe, 28 points to 17 to cut the gap to 9. So Eagles now, well, Montgomery has 21.6 rebounds. Daly has 20 points and 16 rebounds with 5 assists. Lucas has 7 points and 5 rebounds. Zoe Willis with 9 points and 4 rebounds. For Rebels, it's Nat Chow now leads all scorers with 22. She's also got 8 rebounds. And Quinesha Lockett, 8 points. Maria Belowski, 8 points. And Paige Meyer, 6 points, all in this quarter.
Well, when psychology comes into it, in an ideal world, the Essex Rebels will have talked at half time about reducing that 20-point deficit down in one quarter. Realistically, and in the real world, they've achieved what you would want them to do. They've reduced it to single figures. Psychologically, this is a completely different game now to the Essex Rebels than it was when they started this half.
Of course, the other thing as well is with the Eagles roster being that little bit shorter, fatigue could play a part in this as well. Well, when you look at Essex coming out there, they look almost the more confident of the two sides.
And it's not all just happened at one end of the floor. Their defence has stepped up as well. Their offence has fired up their defence. It should be the other way around. We all know that. But offence is a rewarding thing, isn't it? So that fires up the defence. Been particularly impressed by Forster. I think she's had a good quarter, and obviously Blazewski's led them as well. She's been banging away on the boards at end. She's been a nightmare to guard in offence.
Yep. Blazewski, 8 points, 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
Lucas battling away on the floor once again. The ball goes out of bounds and it's the Eagles ball. Sarah Burkett on for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and ironically, I was just about to mention Paige Meyer's part in this. I think she had a good third quarter, and then she goes and turns the ball over. I'm the Eagles' 6th man.
Chernohoska goes hard. Bit of a wild shot, but she managed to get the rebound. Flicks it out. Sarah Burkett from the corner is well short. Blazewski, I don't know if that counts as a rebound, but she's certainly taken a good pass. Meyer will attack the basket again. This time she misses. Lucas takes the rebound.
She certainly favours the drive over taking up wide open shots.
Chernohoska out to Zoe Willis for 3 is off, but Sarah Burkett will get that long rebound.
That would have been huge if Willis had made that.
Lucas goes to the basket, too strong. Zoe Willis gets there, can't make it. And we've stopped the game for a head injury, I think. Certainly a facial injury. Olivia Forster, that's down. She's going to have to come off.
Paige Myers started this quarter as though the whole game depends on her. She's had a tremendous first minute and 6 seconds. She's leading, she's taking responsibility when she needs to for handling the ball, spurring her teammates on, playing tough defence.
Lockett does well to get it into Blazewski, but Blazewski misses the layup. Daly takes the rebound. Daly turns the corner, kicks it out into the corner for Sarah Burkett to shoot a three. She doesn't make it, but what a great offensive rebound. What a great offensive rebound and put back by Natalie Chernohowska. It causes Ashley Cookson to call a timeout, and we will go to an advert. So a minute and a half played, and the Eagles have got it back up to double digits at the moment at 11 points.
Yeah, it's interesting that the moment it goes back to double digits, he calls a timeout. He obviously beat the drum at half-time in the dressing room to get them fired up for this second half. They lived up to his request. They had a very good third quarter, reduced it to single digits, and it looked as though they were going to reduce that even further. And then bingo, they give up an easy offensive rebound. They should have taken that defensive rebound. Very easy offensive rebound for the Eagles and an easy putback.
Really interesting game going down there in Sheffield. It was 48-all going into the final quarter, and Sheffield have blown Wolves away, basically taken so far. There's still 2 minutes to play. 25-6 the fourth quarter. They lead 73-54, but back to our game. And we have 65-54. O'Gelly is stripped by Lucas, and the ball rolls off a leg and goes dead, and once again the Eagles have the ball.
Well, Shanique Lucas was able to do that because she was in the perfect help position. She's also taking the lead at the moment for running the point guard position.
And that's a bit of a worry in the least.
Yeah, she's lying down because she's obviously hurt that ankle. As if the Eagles haven't got enough injury problems. Good job is a physio on hand.
She just turned it, I think she actually turned it on Shanique Lucas when they were running up together. What we have missed, or we didn't miss, was that Natalie Chernohowska has just knocked down a three from the corner to take it back up to a 14-point lead.
Wow. Yeah, I think our eyes were on Daly, weren't they? Yeah,
because we saw her go down on the halfway, just right in front of us. What about Chernohowska? She's turned up as well.
I think she's been a growing part of this game in terms of the Eagles weathering the storm and finding a way to get a strong foot in back into this game. I think she's done a good job.
Yeah, she's up to 7 points personal now as well, knocking down that three. This doesn't look good at all for the Eagles. Andrea Daly, though, she's moving a little bit better.
She is moving better now, but
she'll have to come off anyway just for because she was the cause of the stoppage of the game.
A lot depends on what it is, whether there's going to be any swelling or.
20 points and 17 rebounds. Maria Mongomo comes on.
So, I mean, that's obviously a fabulous figure, but also, in reality, it meant they calmed her down something in that third quarter, didn't they?
Sarah Burkett, well, I think she missed a defensive assignment there. And Locker was able to get to the basket and knock down two.
Good drive by Locker, but excellent finish.
Lucas, there's another good drive and an excellent finish as well. So good, Claire Paxson went out the door.
I don't know how Lucas manages that. She's she's probably the quickest player in the league.
Well, I wouldn't race her, Dave, that's for sure.
No, I mean...
Sarah Burkett comes out, as does Shanique Lucas for a rest.
Australian athletics is pretty good, but I think had she taken athletics as a choice, she might even have been in their team. Very quick thinker as well. And when you're quick and you've got an outside shot, you are tough to guard.
And Good for the Eagles to see is Andrea Daly has come back on court, as is Alyssa Marin, and that rebound, that shot was missed, and Zoe Willis took a great rebound. Ball is kicked back out. Zoe Willis almost into Alyssa Marin. Shenhoska into Daly. She gets some height when she jumps. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. She's going to have to go up. Didn't hit the rim. 24 seconds off the clock. There's Paige Myers off and running. Lucas inside to O'Gelly. She comes back out. Chow. This time Paige Myers does take the three. There's a foul, but I don't think it's on the shooter. I think the foul's inside. I think it's going to be on O'Gelly. Yep.
Well, that just looked like two players battling
For a rebound.
for a defensive position and offensive position. Well, clearly it's her ankle because she's shaking it as she walks down the floor there. But she didn't seem to have any problem at all, being brought back into the game. It seems to have worn off. Fingers crossed.
Eagles lead 70 to 56, 6:40 to go.
Lockett doing her best to pressurise Alyssa Marin.
Zoe Willis shown so much confidence in herself. Not the best shot though. Shout to Brzezowski, she's not shooting a three. Paige Meyer will drive to the basket, kicks it out. Paxton for three is no good. Brzezowski almost gets the rebound.
I think the Eagles have got a case there saying that was last touched by Brzezowski.
Well, Brzezowski thought she was fouled as well. End line ball. Essex kicked out to Chow. Chow will attack the basket. Misses the shot. Willis comes away with a rebound. Gives it back to Daly. Common influence into Marin.
Great read there by Zoe Willis. She was running into a three-man trap, so she reversed the ball, make it easy for Daly to set it up.
That's going to be a foul on Nat Chow as Daly drove to the basket.
And if it is Nat Chow, that's her fourth, I think.
No, that's her first.
Oh, right. So four's flashing somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, number 22,
yeah,
right.
O'Gelly.
Oh, yeah,
O'Gelly, yeah. Oh, it's short. She's definitely feeling that ankle.
Yeah. Eagles still have only got, after over nearly 3 quarters and a half a quarter, 7 fouls as a team.
Second one is too long. Chernoska tries to get the rebound, misses. So 2 free throws missed there. That could be crucial. Could have been put it back to 16 points. Lockett does really well there.
That was tough because there was good defensive pressure on her. Nice touch. She threw it actually quite hard against the backboard. She must have had a lot of backspin on that.
Andrea Daly's had to come out. She's going to sat next to the physios. They've got the boot off.
Makes me wonder whether it's strapped or needs strapping. For the length of time it takes to do a good strap, it would be worth it if it's not strapped.
Lucas trying to set something up. Nice pass. Mongomo for three is good. Mongomo for three is good, and she may well be going for an extra one as well. So it's been called after the shot. So the basket, has the basket been called good? Must have been, surely.
Well, it's a 15-point
yeah,
lead.
So it has, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Eagles got a foul after the basket. So Willis turns, gives it back to Mongomo, who is red hot from behind the arc at the moment. And Ashley Cookson thinks 2 threes in a row. I need a timeout. 5:12 to go, 76-58. We'll go to an advert. Well, if our stat was about Andrea Daly in the first half, it's got to be about Maria Mongomo in the second. She's now up to 27 points personal, and she's 6 of 9 from three-point range.
Well, you know, if they thought the job had been partly done by getting it down to 9 points at one stage, they've made a vast mistake because they've switched off the intensity from the defence. Having said that, they really are trying to pressure Mongomo, and she's hitting tough shots. Every one of those three she's made recently has been under pressure. She's got an unusual shot off her shoulder, but it's comfortable for her, it works for her, fine.
That'd be a foul on Alyssa Marin as Paige Meyer. No, the foul's actually on Zoe Willis, I believe, is it? Zoe Willis? Yeah, I thought she wasn't out there. I was thinking, how could that be?
Well, certainly in Paige Meyer's mind, this game isn't over yet. She's having a very, very good second half.
Up to 8 points personal all in this half, and she knocks a free throw down as well. And that just brings it back to 15 points as we got 5 minutes left to play. Alyssa Marin to Mongomo, inside to Willis. She's only 2 of 10 shooting, and there's another one blocked there.
Yeah, she's putting shots up against taller players when she's got teammates free.
Lockett. Again, the intensity increases from Essex, and they're back to 13 points in the blink of an eye. 5 points since the timeout. Oh, Shanique Lucas, that was superb, but she can't finish. Can't finish. Essex get the rebound, and here comes Meyer again. And this time she's overcooked it, and Willis gets the rebound and goes off to the other way.
Massive trouble by Zoe there that didn't get picked up.
Maria Mongomo is now 7 of 10.
Just when I wanted to say they need to take a bit of air out the ball, they need to kill a bit of the clock. Bang, she knocks in a tough three.
No, and Lockett gets nice play at the other end, but 3 against 2 means that it's 14 points now. 3.5 left to go. Shanique Lucas, what a pass, what a cut, what a basket.
Brilliant cut, brilliant pass, and tremendous basket to Chernovsky.
Oscar doing.
Oscar, my apologies.
No, it's a hard name, David. Meanwhile, Nat Chow does what Nat Chow does and knocks down a 3 from the corner. This game, you know, it's 13 points, but there's still 3 minutes to play. Chloe Gaynor has got 2 timeouts. Ashley Cookson's only got the 1. Mongomo, oh, she's missed one. Only just mind. Lockett doesn't miss it at the other end though. Luke Owen wanted a timeout there because it's back to 10 points. Chloe Gaynor's given her side one more chance, I think. If they miss the next time,
well, she'll have
Essex score.
She'll have been thinking about needing those 2 timeouts if it does get tight at the end.
Of course, they're doing this without Andrea Daly. Alyssa Marin for 3! Oh, well, that is coaching of the highest caliber from Chloe Gaynor, because everybody, I think, wanted a timeout called. She resisted it, and Ashley Cookson's had to call one, but we'll have to go to an advert first.
From basketball to cannonball. Take the plunge with over 300 slam dunk destinations to choose from this season. Visit newcastleairport.com or your local travel agent and book today. Newcastle Airport, official sponsors of the Eagles women's team.
And talking about people stepping up, Dave, you mentioned that before, right? So Alyssa Marin, as we know, buzzes around. She plays good defense and whatever. But she was 0 from 7 before she took that 3-point shot.
And then she's made what is potentially the winning shot. Still 2:21 to go, but it's going to be tough now for the Rebels to close this gap if the Eagles play smart, try and kill a bit of time. Essex Rebels have now got to put pressure on all over, and that could open up easy chances, and they know for certain they can't leave Mongolia open at all.
And the other good thing for the Eagles is Andrea Daly's back as well. Lockett forced into the 3-point shot, really did well to get the rebound. Claire Paxton for 3 is too long. Eagles take the rebound. What's important there is not the fact that Essex missed the shots. There was 24 seconds taken off the clock, and we're inside the last 2 minutes now. Cookson out of timeout. Gaynor still with 2 left. Daly will go hard, and he's fouled. The point I was trying to make about Chloe Gaynor before the timeout was that Luke Orman, our assistant, wanted her to take a timeout. The bench wanted her to take a timeout, and she said, just leave it, just leave it, just leave it. And then Alyssa Marin knocked the 3-ball, and Ashley Cookson had to take his last timeout.
I mean, she was playing the gamble, and she won it.
Yeah. Daly makes the first. And if 13 points in 2:21 was going to be hard, it's now 14 points in 1:46. Make that 15 points left. 1:46 to go. Cookson still thinks his team can do it. Pushing them on. But they need to get a shot off quicker than this, I think. Lockett will drive to the basket. She will miss and comes up with her own rebound and manages to get it in. We've got the press on. Mongomo knows there's somebody behind. Nice play by Maria Mongomo. Shanique Lewis did think about the 3 there, didn't she?
Good communication from teammates.
Alyssa Marin will now drive to the basket. No foul given. But they got 20 seconds off the clock. And we're now inside the last minute. McDermott back out. Blazowski for 3 is no good. Daly takes the rebound.
They needed a 3 and it took an eternity to try and find a chance to take one.
And Shanique Lucas had a, she had an open run to the basket there, but she thought, no, it's
kill the
about,
clock, yeah.
It's kill the clock time. We don't need to take a shot. We're 13 points in front.
And
Essex aren't fouling either.
Yeah, Essex aren't fouling. They're in the penalty and they should be. So put them on the line.
Marin for 3 is good. There's the exclamation mark on the minute. 89-73. 25 seconds to go. I think we can say it's all over now. Paxton driving in is short. Mongomo picks up the rebound. The Eagles will throw it to Daly. Daly will kill the game. Paxton's not going to let her go to the basket though. Oh, Alicia Marin for another 3! 3 in a row from Alicia Marin. And this is now turned into a rout again. It's 92-73, and what a win that was. That is an unbelievable win by the Newcastle Eagles. No Jada Depart, no Sarah Wells, no Chloe Gaynor, no problem.
Brilliant. I mean, I thought you were going to come up with that favourite saying there. They think it's all over, it is now. For anybody who doesn't know that, that's what the commentator said when England won the 1966 World Cup. Maybe I'm the only person who's old enough to remember that, but I mean, Essex, in all honesty, did not do enough in the first half. The Eagles weathered that storm in the second and made sure that they did enough in that final quarter. And then once they got the noses in front again, what an excellent way to finish the game.
Well, Essex came in here having won all 5 of their games this season by good scores. They're going home with a 19, did they finish 92, 73, a 19-point loss. That's a statement win.
And well, for a 19-point win from a 9-point turnaround at the end of that third quarter, amazing. Oh, a fantastic day for the Eagles women's basketball.
Just a quick one on the scorers, just to finish off. Maria Montgomery finished on 30 points and 8 rebounds. Andrea Daly, 22 points, 18 rebounds and 6 assists. And Alicia Marin, 11 points. She was 0 from 7. She finished 3 from 11. She made her last threes and they were all threes. And big shout out as well to Zoe Willis with 9 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. For Essex, Nat Chow, 25 points and 11 rebounds was the standout. Quinessa Lockett, 21 points and 6 rebounds. They were the only two Rebels in double figures. But it's all about the Newcastle Eagles, and what a win that was. And a great way to start the championship season.
Certainly is. I mean, we waited a long time. Betty Cadona things out the way. They didn't make it despite a brave effort against Caledonia. Didn't make it to the semi-finals, but what a way to start your league campaign. And as you say, adversity at the start. They dismissed that completely. Some big performances. And really, what you want to say is not to name them. We know they are, but what a great team effort.
Absolutely, and we'll be back for the next women's game on Saturday, November the 22nd, when the London Lions will be in town. 7:30 tip-off. Once again, and if you want to get tickets for it, newcastle-eagles.com/tickets. That's where you need to be, and I tell you what, you need to be coming down and seeing this team. But from Dave and myself, that's all we want to say. Great win for the Eagles by 92-73. Good night from me.
And good night from me.